So it does look like failure to launch has bested out Electric Zero and is moving on into the grand final. So Genocop, Mecha, and Zane Jackie from failure to launch are going to be going up against Werp, Calamity, and Eve in this grand final. So that's going to be pretty awesome. All these guys, names that we've seen before, these teams are fighting for the best seed possible moving in to the Pro League qualifier next weekend.
Yeah. Congratulations to all the teams. They're doing a really good job, and honestly, I would have to say for just a tournament that's an open qualifier, we've had some fantastic matches so far. And I mean, sometimes when you get into the early matches, it may be a little bit one-sided, but like I just said, it's been really great so far, and I've had a blast casting with you, James Bot, for my...
Oh, thank you, Derek. You're making me blush.
for basically my first time ever casting in this kind of environment, it's been pretty sweet. So.
Well, you've been doing an amazing job, and I'm sure everybody in chat will say that you've been doing a great job as well. Plus, they get the treat of seeing, your just beautiful face, and sometimes all the people have to turn to is your Twitter profile, which for some people it's not enough. I know they like going there, tweeting at you so you solve all of our problems. But seeing the real Dirk is just such a treat.
Yeah. Well, I think the chat has been very welcoming for me. So, I do need a new camera. It's not so great, but I'm having a bit of difficulty here to set up.
Well,
my party is too large to.
Let's count here. Do you have to do 4v4 maybe?
Yeah, I think that would be it. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. We're all about solving issues here.
We're all about solving issues.
So this is going to be the grand finals match. We've got Failure to Launch versus Dragonfly. Dragonfly, we've been watching them these past couple series. They have been doing a great job getting out of the gate early, taking games, and then, winning with force. So Dragonfly, we've seen them play, haven't seen Failure to Launch play too much, so I'm not really sure what to expect out of these guys, but just looking at the names, Genocop, Mecha, and Zane Jackie, I've seen those guys do quite well in ESL before, so I'm not sure who the favorite is in this matchup.
I can't say I know either. Failure to Launch has not exactly... I don't think they've had this roster for... Well, I don't know, not until last week. So, as with any team that's kind of coming in with some new players and trying new things out, it's really too difficult to really say. Just as we saw at Elmer Fudd and Fusion Core, they did a good job. It wasn't quite probably what they were hoping for, but still, it was impressive.
Yep, and they still make it in. So just as a reminder, all the teams that made it in, we did get our 8 teams that move on into the Pro League qualifier. That is Fusion Gaming, Fusion Core Blue, Voltage Gaming, Average Players, Failure to Launch, Electric Zero, Dragonfly, and Divine Entity. Those are all the teams that will be moving on to play the top 8 teams that were automatically invited to take place in the Pro League qualifier, which is happening next weekend. So mark your calendars, guys. Also, tomorrow we've got the EU equivalent of this open play-in going on. So if you're hungering for some more Rocket League action, just tune in tomorrow. Shouthless will be leading that cast, so everybody loves Shouthless. You guys will be able to check that out. Check out the EU scene. Those teams are fantastic over there, and they were also playing to determine who will make it in to the EU Pro League qualifier going on next weekend.
Yep, and now we're just here waiting off for these guys to start it up. So hopefully they'll be ready soon, and maybe I should just let them know that we're ready. All right, so, what do you think's going to happen here? What are your predictions?
Well, I've had the opportunity to play against Genocop, Mecha, and Zane Jackie, and those guys, they are very talented, but, I haven't really had a lot of opportunity to play against Frank and Calamity and those guys. Yeah. I have played against Werp, I don't know how exactly.
I think we'll just call them Warp. They're not spawning in, so that is an issue.
Well, yeah, definitely a good start here. It seems very one-sided thus far.
Yeah, a little bit. Warp not here. Okay. All right. Well, we're just gonna have to restart this then. Create
All right.
the server again, and shouldn't take too long. But I'm honest. So we've seen a lot of Dragonfly. We've seen what they're able to do. But knowing how well that Genocop, Mecha, and Zane Jackie can play, I honestly feel as though and nice, you're gotten into the game as well. Seems like somebody's still in the server.
Yep. It might be if they have gone AFK in there, then we'll have to wait a little bit to do that. But yeah, I think it could go really either way, and really both these teams probably pretty close to one another. I'm not sure if they ever ran into each other in ESL, but I know that.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's and I feel like Dragonfly might have a little bit of an edge here, just judging by what I know that they have accomplished in some of the score lines they've gotten, as well as, you know, beating Divine Entity, which is another team that has done pretty well against some top teams. So, and I haven't really seen if Gino and Zane and Mecha, if they've been together for too long, but I know that Eve and Werp have been playing together for quite some time. So if I had to pick a team, I would definitely pick Dragonfly in this grand final matchup to be the favorite to win.
Yeah, I'd kind of have to agree. I honestly, I want to go with failure to launch. I was, I'm a little bit surprised. Initially, I was surprised that they took Electric Zero down 3-1. But the one difference that really, or, the major difference is the new roster that they have. So I'm confident that they're going to be able to get some really great offensive plays in there. Maybe keep up a good pace offensively, put on the pressure, and then just, show us that they're here for a reason and they want to get into the Pro League qualifiers with the best seed.
Absolutely. Both of these teams happy that they're in it, but that is not enough. They want to win this whole thing because, pride is on the line, and that's very important to many people.
It is, with a fantastic shot off the start, just a little bit high and to the side from Genocop, but, giving us a good taste of what's to come, as they are ready more than ever to come into this grand finals and then just show us that, hey, we may be new, but we've got a lot of tricks up our sleeve and we're just going to get better from here on.
Absolutely. So if anybody is just tuning in, this is the grand finals, and we've got an early goal from Genocop getting out there, punishing that bad clear there, passed right over to Genocop, who launches that into the corner. Very, very good shot by Genocop. Very difficult to block. But again, if you're just joining us, it is the grand finals here. This is a best of 5. We've got Dragonfly on orange going up against Failure to Launch in blue. So the winner of this is the winner of that whole open qualifier tournament, and that will be all we'll have for today. But still a ton of great games ahead of us, at least 3. And it might be 3, judging by how well they're doing right out of the gate.
Yeah, they're just, they're pounding the crossbar there, just making sure that they get everybody out of position from Dragonfly's defense, and then they get the last guy in, Mecha, to, get the goal secured. And honestly, their teamwork so far has just been great. They've got good clears, great offense, nice accuracy, and, I'm very pleased to be seeing this right now.
Yeah, we've gotten to see Dragonfly play these last 3 series, have looked very strong, but Failure to Launch may have been just as dominant on their side of the bracket, and really making it all the way to the grand finals here is something in itself. Both players there completely missing, but yeah, they're playing very well, getting a lot of opportunities. And that was a great pass. Gino trying to pass it into the mid to Zane Jackie, who just taps it in. What a great team play here. You can see Zane doing a good pass. Gino just trying to set up his team where passing it right over to Zane, but Mecha had the other angle covered, so very good team play by Failure to Launch as they go up 3-0. Dominant performance so far.
Yeah, you just notice they're constantly ready for the ball. They're not all going for it. They're just like, hey, you go, then I go, and then he goes. And they're doing a very good job of just keeping that up, and they're never vulnerable, it seems. And we're going to have to see if they will ever be vulnerable as Dragonflies. They're trying to break through it, but 3 goals in a minute and a half is not something you want to see in your first game.
Yeah,
But
It's not
it is
the
a
best
first
of
game.
start. Yep.
And you get better from each game, hopefully. You learn more and you understand how to play against the other team.
Yep, and sometimes games just get out of hand and they just get even worse and worse, and then you just got to wipe your hands of it and move into the next one.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the great things is Rocket League's very fast, but teams are just able to completely forget about the last game. You're always concentrating on what's happening now. Not that you might have got Braziled in the last game, but how are you going to play in this current one? What you need to do different and just react.
So the action slowing down a little bit, but still no shots from Dragonfly this far. About half the game being done with so far. So Dragonfly really going to have to try to generate more opportunities. And this might be an open net, and it is.
Oh, Gino,
eBay there to get that block. Gino was going to try to just let that roll in, do a little bit of mind gaming there.
It was definitely a mind game because you saw he was like, oh, I'll just give it a little bit of a deflect. Nah, I won't. You're not going to get this. And then all of a sudden they do get the save. Granted, they're up 3-0 and they can have a little bit of fun, but I think that was kind of a cheeky play there from Gino.
A little bit, yeah. But hopefully it doesn't come back to bite him, as 2 minutes left and a quick goal can very much change the mood of this game. But really, still, I don't think any shots. Yeah, there's no shots left.
No shots on goal
for Dragonfly.
Yeah. Oh, and there you go. There it is, off the crossbar, then off the post. Their first shot, definitely a good one, but not what they wanted. They need some kind of a result, and just getting a shot on goal is not a result that you can really do anything with.
Yeah, you really don't want to not score any goals, because then you have like this mental, kind of situation where it's like, we can't
finishing
score.
up Gino's pass. And Gino, with a playmaker, 3 assists of his own, really doing a fantastic job of just playing with his team. 5 shots, 3 assists, 1 goal. Definitely the star player so far, in my opinion.
Yep, so we will go on board with Gino Kopp. 5 shots, 3 assists, 1 goal. Quite the point total for him.
Yeah,
Zane with a good pass over to Gino. Gino not having enough. Well, I guess he did have enough boost to deal with it, unless that was just a pad that he picked up there. Yeah, you can see him searching for some boost right now, picking up some of these pads. Open net opportunity. Not able to get there first.
Yeah, and what I really noticed there was a great clear by Mecha. He threw it into their corner. Dragonfly didn't feel comfortable, and Gino Kopp is getting up in the air and saying, hey, let's get another one on the board. Why not? We'll go for a 5-0, 5-5-0. Just 5s and 0s all up there on the timer and scoreboard.
5-0, 5-5-0.
Yep.
That's brilliant.
And honestly, he's just really carrying. Well, he's not even just carrying the team, but like he's just playing fantastic right now, and you could see why Divine Entity had played so well when he was on their team. Granted, they still are playing very well. You see how Timothy, Sizz, and Cinema orchestrated together, but definitely failure to launch is something else right now, as the plays they're making, there's one-man plays, there's team plays, there's everything that they're just getting in, and they're getting results.
They certainly are, as they're about to shut out Dragonfly. I'm not sure if we've ever seen Dragonfly get shut out this far, but it's about to happen for failure to launch.
Definitely not a 5, potentially 6-0. Unfortunately, Gino Kopp just goes up for it and clears it for Dragonfly. But anyway, up on the wall there, maybe trying to do something, get a little bit of a pride goal, but no, it's just stops short of really anything.
Yeah, just one shot, and it was that one off the crossbar. That is all that Dragonfly was able to generate, and you go look on the other side, 12 shots for failure to launch.
12 shots.
5 assists out of the 6 goals. Oh, wait, no, every goal was assisted. So
yeah, every goal was assisted. So even though Gino Kopp may have seemed to like do something on his own, there was some teamwork in there. And honestly, when I'm looking at shots to goals, you ideally you're going to get, ideally you get at least 1 shot for every goal, even sometimes 200%. But at best, you're usually going to be seeing about 50% shots to goal ratio. And that's where a lot of the pros are at on their own. So seeing that in a game like this is just, they're really on par with where they want to be.
These are the best of the best open teams. The teams that were not in the top 10 all signed up to compete here, and these, it's no surprise to see these two teams making it all the way to the end of this open tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. And here we've got to see something at Geno Cobb coming in to finish it up from Zane's attempt there. Really just, I really don't see them slowing down whatsoever. Zane, good job there, just stopping, making sure that Geno had no troubles at all, just securing that one in. But their tempo and their pace are the same thing really, but their pace so far has just been like score, and there's nothing stopping them right now.
Yeah, they're really playing fearless, and it's almost like there's no doubt in Failure to Launch's mind that they are the superior team. They're playing with so much confidence.
Yeah, and that is really key. But Dragonfly, they're just trying so hard right now, but they keep on getting it off that left wall, over the crossbar, anything but in the goal. It's just heartbreaking to see this, because we know they've come up with some really amazing plays, but now it's just they're against a team that's not allowing anything like that to happen.
We're going on board with Werp from Dragonfly, getting some boost back on his end, waiting for an opportunity to open up, maybe a pass in from the mid, and it does happen, but Zane there to deny that, although Werp does launch that into the corner, doing a good job trying to get it out into the mid. It is a good pass, but Geno there to respond.
They're really fighting for this contest. They're trying to get control and make sure that there isn't any control, but Mecha almost plays off his own rebound. He had a little bit of a shaky land there and couldn't quite get it, skies it over, but they still got the ball in control. Warp trying to get it out. Luckily, Calamity with the clutch demo of Geno Cobb there, because we know how much Geno Cobb just loves to score, and just denying that was really important for them. But again, Geno Cobb on the prowl, gets it up, could go in, and Zane Jackie's just flying behind it, just in case. Doesn't need to, as it just goes right in without an issue. As Warp, I'm not sure what happened there, but oh yeah, he had a panic backflip.
The panic backflip causing him that time that he needed to get over there.
Yeah, he just was incredibly indecisive there, didn't know what to do, and then when he did, he backflipped.
So we're going on board with Mecha from Failure to Launch.
Geno, another shot on goal. And this one's out. It seems to go back to Zane. Zane just trying to stop it at midfield, while Geno trying to go up to it as well, but doesn't really get anything.
Hit after hit.
Yeah. But it doesn't, it's not turning out in any kind of result whatsoever for Dragonfly. Is that they're not really, they're not doing anything special. Like, nothing's really going on over there. Like a clear like that, that's another pass right to Mecha.
Just there to punish that. So let's see where all the players from Dragonfly, 2 on the wall, one of them passes right over, then the final player, Calamity, drives underneath the ball. So not the most beautiful defensive effort there, and that results in Mecha scoring a goal, and now it's 8 goals to none in this series.
8 goals to none. That is not at all what I was expecting. I know I said I was calling in for FTL here, but this is definitely not what I was expecting.
Yep, so this is a best of 5 right now. Every series in this qualifier was a best of 5. The grand finals is no different. So Failure to Launch up 1 game to nothing, trying to make it 2, and they're really putting so much pressure on. There's no question that these guys are the better team, as the 4th goal of the game being scored by Failure to Launch.
Yeah, 9-0. And this time we do see some more shots coming out. You know, we did see pressure from Dragonfly. They've been doing more this game, but so has FTL. And I mean, are they going to continue to get better? Is it just like going to ramp up from here? I don't know, but I don't see anything stopping FTL right now. So
yeah, they are an unstoppable force. Still only 2 shots for Dragonfly. There has been no question that Failure to Launch is the superior team so far.
And I don't think I could cast in German right now.
Why not?
I could try.
9 goals. That's
Und hier ist Zane Jackie auf dem Wand und hat ein bisschen von an Luft. und dann hier ist Gino Cup und so ein schöner for yeah, I'm not doing
Yeah,
this.
well,
Too
you know,
difficult.
I understood Gino.
Yeah, Gino. Anyways, Calamity with a shot of his own just off the post, as we've been seeing it plaguing them so terribly. I mean, really, they've got these opportunities. I honestly would have expected something, but Calamity he did not look comfortable hitting that whatsoever. So, 46 seconds left, 4-0.
Yeah,
More or less complete control from Fairleigh.
how do you say dominating in German?
Oh,
I'm sorry for putting on your spot. Well, win. How do you say win? Because Gino Cop is helping his team to a win right now.
Yeah, it's been 6 months since I've really spoken German, but that's not important. As you know, it is complete domination here.
Yes.
34 seconds, 5-0. I mean, they did slow down. We had about like 4 goals in 2 minutes, so I'm a little bit happy to see that Dragonfly is pulling back into here, but it's not enough. And I keep on saying that, but it's really the truth.
Failure to launch is a shellacking if we have ever seen one.
It's definitely a shellacking.
I don't think that's German, but
No.
it is a strange word.
They do have a lot of hammers and quite a few nails.
Yeah. So 5-0 here, failure to launch. Getting ready to take the second game, trying to get the first goal, and it is by Calamity. He ends the drought for Dragonfly with 1 second left on the clock.
It's huge, honestly. That's huge for them. They got a really good play, and maybe that's just, you know, FTL is like, we've got this game, let's just have some fun, play really aggressive. You know, it's whatever at this point. It's 2-0, and they have complete control. But that does give Dragonfly some hope.
Yeah,
So-
Dragonfly finally getting a goal, but still not half as many shots as being generated by failure to launch. Failure to launch really controlling the momentum of the game. Calamity does, you know, for face-saving sake, get that goal, but they're going to need many, many more if they hope to keep up with the scoring show being put on by failure to launch.
Yeah, absolutely. They've got to stop failure to launch's offense, and their teamwork has been on point so far. And I'm not seeing that whatsoever out of Dragonfly. And we have seen some really great plays. You know, when we saw Eve and Calamity with like 3 assists to 3 goals, and they're just back to back, just playing with each other. But it's not. They're just not showing it right now.
Yeah, they're maybe a little bit out of it after getting beaten so badly in game 1. Maybe a little bit of a mental game being played here. We've got to wonder about the resilience of Dragonfly giving up. But, you know, maybe it is just failure to launch is that much better of a team. I didn't think that, but they're certainly showing it right now.
Yeah. Sie hat Dragonfly dominiert. Although that sounded kind of Russian when I said
Yeah,
it.
well,
But they have dominated Dragonfly. So, yeah, you know.
Bueno, muy bueno.
Bueno. Wait. Yeah, you know, what's really making this so difficult for Dragonfly is that seemingly all the time, like right there, failure to launch they're always ready. They're in a spot where they're going to be able to block it or, you know, get a shot on goal, and they're positioned flawlessly against Dragonfly. And I mean, we've seen this before with some of the teams, but not quite at the caliber that FTL has been able to pull off so far, which is just why they're here in the grand finals. I mean, they definitely deserve this right now. And we did see how good the teams are that play Dragonfly as well. So,
Yeah,
you know,
it's nothing to, you know, laugh at. Divine Entity and, you know, some of those other teams, they are not no-name teams. They have ability.
they do, absolutely. But, you know, with one person just being able to carry the ball past 3 of the other ones, I personally, I think that we're going to start seeing failure to launch up in those power rankings for sure. Like, this is not something that we're going to take lightly, as these guys are showing so much potential.
Yeah, Mecha, and I believe all of these players have been on teams that have shown up in the top 10. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them return. You're right. There is a lot of volatility down in those lower ranks.
Yeah, and honestly, when we see them play in the pro league qualifiers, that's really going to give us an idea of how they stack up against some of these other teams. They're likely to play against, let's see, I believe it looks like Hello is probably going to be the team that they go up against. And the way that they're playing right now,
Yeah.
Hello's definitely got to look out because, these guys are definitely top 10 caliber.
Yeah. Gino on the wall trying to get the lead here. This is potentially the last game in this tournament. Failure to launch one game away from locking up the grand finals and taking home the victory for the whole entire tournament. So very close here. This could be it for Dragonfly, and this game is a lot closer than the other two.
Yeah, I
remaining
wanted
scoreless.
to say that Dragonfly is doing a really good job now of turning things around. It almost seems as though Failure to Launch is playing a little bit more relaxed, and they should just go back into their dominating style that they had before, because you see people or players going for the same shot that one of the other ones had, maybe a little bit less confident now even. But Dragonfly is doing a good job just refreshing the mind. All they need is one goal, and that could win them a game. It doesn't matter that they were outscored 9-1 in those last two ones. If they win a game with one goal, then that's all that matters.
Absolutely. And both of these teams very close, although now the shot's going in favor of Dragonfly here. Got to wonder if it's a little bit of nerves.
Oh, Calamity's so close. So what are we going to see, though? Because the heat map has been pretty well distributed between both the teams, whereas before it was just all FTL. But now it's coming down to the wire.
A shot opportunity. What great pass. Zane not able to hit that in. Beautiful block
so
by Werp, but the ball is still not out of the zone. Lots of pressure coming on right now, and Zane getting a good win here, trying to get it past Werp. Werp doing a great job on that 50-50.
Mecha. Avi just demolishes Mecha, which is really clutch for them, as now they've got the ball. They have the position that they need with 20 seconds remaining to potentially get it, but unfortunately Mecha there with a perfect clear could have been a shot on target, but it was blocked. Zane is likely... Oh, no, that was a miscommunication
Oh, this could
there.
be off the wall, and Eve gets his shot blocked by Zane. Beautiful play by Zane, getting back in time to deny that goal, and it looks like we are going into overtime.
Yeah,
as soon as the ball hits. So.
It is overtime, and these guys were just so close to scoring onto each other, but both coming up with the clutch plays because they knew how important this is, because there's no way you want to lose one after playing so well if you're on FTL, and obviously if you're on Dragonfly, you want to stay in this tournament so far.
Yes, you do. And that's gonna be it. Just a little tiny bounce. Not expecting that one to go in, but
like
great
this.
aerial by Werp. Nobody there. It looks like Zane was getting held busy. They're not able to recover in time, and Dragonfly takes a game off, and a potential beginning to the reverse sweep. They've got to win 2 more games, whereas Failure to Launch just has to win 1, and that would be it. So a good performance there by Dragonfly, not going out of it just yet.
No, absolutely. I have to agree. Like, that was huge for them. They're showing us that they've got resilience. They're able to play even when down, and if they can show that again, they can play on the same level and even play better. Then the reverse sweep, it's still a thing.
Yeah, it is still a thing. I've had it happen to me. It's not fun.
It's not fun at all. But, you've got to give out respect for when it happens.
Absolutely. So the reverse sweep is what is necessary for Dragonfly to win this open qualifier tournament. Failure to Launch up into the last game, though, has been playing very well. Gino with a good shot hits the post.
Oh,
and that
what a
is
shot
on target.
There. Evie with a great deflect. Mecha decides he didn't have enough boost for that one, or just didn't want to go for it. I'm not too sure, but Gino Cop just seems like he got past that one from Evie, but not really sure. This Gino Cop is a force to be reckoned with right now, but he just doesn't seem to be playing nearly as confident, getting bumped around even. Oh no, and Evie just pops it right over. Gino needs to get there immediately. He does so, but that was scary because we haven't seen a lapse in their defense like that.
Oh my gosh. I thought he had blocked
it. It off of Gino and then goes off of Mecha and goes into the goal. What was almost a fantastic save there. Zane was just falling down and get the block, but so unfortunate there for FTL. An amazing shot there by
Sometimes
Dragonfly.
you just gotta put the ball on net.
Yeah,
and just
sometimes
hopefully things happen and your opponents make a mistake. That one was just unfortunate from the bounces that it took, but really Ware taking the initiative, making it happen. Or was that, I believe that was Evie actually.
Yeah, definitely. And here we're seeing opportunity for Zane, popping it up. Mecha should be ready for this as well. Should be goal. Perfect. That is exactly what they needed. Before I saw them, they're going 2 after 1 ball. They messed up a few times. It resulted in a goal, and now they're taking turns. They're making sure that they're helping out their other team or their teammate, and they're playing well off of each other. So that was definitely a play from the FTL that we had just seen in the past 2 games, as opposed to what we saw in Game 3.
Yeah, failure to launch really started off so strong, and now it seems like they're playing a little bit more reserved. I don't know if that's because they're playing a little bit more skittishly, or if that's just because Dragonfly has responded.
It may just be they're waiting for that first goal to feel a bit more comfortable, like, hey, yeah, we can do this again. Like, yeah, nothing's changed. We're still on top.
Gino with a good hit into the corner here, and then even better bounce, trying to get it into the mid. He does. Mecha was just a little too close, not able to capitalize on that pass, but a really good play by Gino, getting that opportunity
getting up
there.
For this, likely. Oh man, they're just so good at reading each other's rebounds that I'm just waiting for one of them to pop it up, and then the other one to just like watch that and get ready for the aerial.
Oh, a good stuff by Mecha there, judging that ball bouncing off the backboard. Gets a pass into the mid. No one from his team there to hit that, but Gino does get the pop and tries to follow that up with an aerial, but the 50-50 just drops down to the ground. It looks like Eve's going to get the hit. Not doing too much with it, though.
No, just not. It's just not what they need right now. They just, they're struggling a little bit, like what they saw initially in the first few games, but it doesn't. Oh my God, Mecha with a fantastic corner shot there, just gets it across the pitch from one side to the other and off that wall. Really put a lot of power into that. Well, it doesn't show it with the 61 km/h. Don't know what that is in miles per hour, but it wasn't. It was much more powerful than
and
what
a very
it showed.
unexpected shot. You don't expect people to make it up the wall that quickly and put a shot on net. Calamity preventing another goal from failure to launch right there.
Yeah, and failure to launch is. I'd be sitting pretty happy with the 2-1 lead. They've shown that Dragonfly has really struggled scoring against them. This Gino Cop is just shielding out one of Dragonfly there, making sure that he doesn't get a hit on the ball as Saini follows this one up. Doesn't seem to get much power on it, but Mecha's ready. Or just trying to get in the way. Mecha again with the pass. Gino right there, but no. Great save by Calamity. As Evie is now right back on it. Gino trying to get there, but not enough for the tip. Calamity just hitting it back as this is
good
really
shot on target. Eve.
Mac.
Oh, that was arguably a very moderately easy save there. That was not executed.
He was just not in the right position. Really, just back up and jump. I mean, nobody was really in a position there to get an immediate rebound off of that. Maybe he didn't know, and there was some miscommunication, but it was just not. Yeah, you're right. It should have definitely been a save.
Yep,
and St. Jackie pinching that a lot more than he was hoping for.
Now a tough spot as they are down 2 goals here. Really, we've got to see something soon from Dragonfly, and we do see a good pass there into the mid from Ware, but Mecha doing a good job knocking that into the corner to try to minimize the danger.
Yeah, absolutely. And Calamity, nice little pass there from Eve.
Gino puts it out into the mid, but fortunately Zane there to follow that up very quickly, and he's still on it, trying to get this ball into the mid.
Well, nobody hits it though. Mecha with the pass, but unfortunately Gino seemed like he was grabbing boost. Should be ready for this one. But no, Evie easily gets that hit, and Zane sending it right back over to Dragonfly's side of the pitch, where Calamity's just trying to do something to stop the ball. But Gino's ready for this pass.
Oh, and he whiffs.
Not quite as ready as I thought, though. But Mecha should be right there for this clear. Just waiting for it. Although does not get the touch. And it's 3-2, just a 1-point game now with 27 seconds. Dragonfly are definitely still in this one, as Mecha unfortunately deflects that and makes it an easy pass for Eve and Calamity to score on. So that was not exactly what he was expecting to happen there. Evie would just... Oh, no.
Oh, and oh my goodness, I can't believe it. Dragonfly scores 2 goals in less than 30 seconds, forcing the overtime. That is your worst nightmare. What
That
just
was
happened
not
to
supposed to
failure to
happen.
launch.
Yeah, I wanted to say something, but I was like, no, that's not gonna happen. And we did say before, you can score in 2 seconds, and Evie does show us right there that, yeah, they can do it, and they're right back in this. Easily tied up, 15 seconds remaining. They can still score to take this game, but let's see. I mean, anybody could score with 10 seconds left, as we've seen some crazy rule ones. It looks like they're just trying to hit it up into there, but no. Good clear by Eve. It doesn't seem like it's going to be going anywhere, but Calamity's trying to catch up with that. No, we're into overtime. Game 4. Really, both teams just want this so badly because that number 1... Personally, I'd have to say that the number 1 seed is really important when coming into this Pro League qualifier. So both teams definitely want this, not just to say that they won the Open Qualifier tournament, but for that seed.
Absolutely.
A little bit of a miscommunication there. It seems to be just Evie controlling the ball now. Zane, luckily, clears that off very well. And now
Big
it's just
50
right in the
win,
middle.
50-50 win there from Werp, because there was nobody back on defense for his side. Gino's going to have to also get a good hit here. Doesn't do so, and this is a dangerous ball coming in, and it is a goal for Calamity, who comes up huge off of the backboard.
And that's what they need. They're back in it. It's a tied game 5, and we could see a reverse sweep. I mean, Evie was up there. They probably thought, like, okay, I'll play off of that one, try and get to the deflect. But then Calamity was actually the one who came up with the hit, and then all of a sudden, game 5, and nobody has any momentum coming into this. In fact, I would say Dragonfly probably has the momentum, because Faster Than Light was just on fire earlier, but now it's like, where'd it go? Did they burn out too quickly?
Yeah, I guess it's the equivalent of in the mile run, you just start sprinting out of the gate.
Yeah.
Now it seems like Dragonfly is catching up here. And now you've really got to be a little bit nervous here. You went from, being up 3-1 with less than 30 seconds to go to now having to fight for your life in a Game 5 in the grand finals.
That is not the morale hit you want to take. That is just devastating for not Faster Than Light. Failure to launch.
I almost said the same thing as well. But we're going to go on board with Gino Cop, who in those first few games was the MVP. Really, since then, been a little bit quiet. Mecha scored every single goal for his squad in the last game, so we're going to have to see Gino help his team out, show up, and help him get to this victory. And, that's not what you need. A wide-open goal.
And as funny as that seems, that Warp is just right there kind of tracking with the ball, it actually looked like it would help because Gino Cop had the potential to clear that, but he hit it right in the Warp, and although it didn't actually go for Warp, so I don't know, maybe that's just like a bit of server lag or something, but him being there did help out for sure. And Dragonfly, they have the momentum, they've got things looking good for them, they know they can score quick, and
the response though from Gino Cop, that was absolutely what was needed. Unfortunately a bounce, and really I wasn't expecting a shot on net here. You can see Calamity more trying to play the pass into the mid, but Gino put that right into the net. No one there to cover it, and now we're all tied up 1-1. So the nerves must be coming out for both of these teams.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's Gino. He's confident as ever. He's playing like he should be. He's making the plays by himself. And, we're likely to see some plays coming out from the team as a whole. But when you see stuff like that, it just seems like it's going to be an open goal. Warp should get that, but knocks it back, actually. Maybe he tries to make something of it, but Mecha on control. Gino pops it up all over all of them. It doesn't get anything, but Mecha should just pop it. But luckily, Warp just is right there. Zane Jackie right back.
Oh,
and just constantly on. Like, the goal is just...
under attack. It is under attack. It's a barrage of shots, and eventually one of them's going to go in. Eve probably not having any boost there. Didn't look like he had any to work with, and that was very, very well placed. And now 2-1. That Failure to Launch doesn't want to let this one slip through their fingers after going up 2-0 in such a commanding performances early on.
And I just love seeing that out of failure to launch, where they've got control, but if one person misses, the other one sets the other one up, and they're just taking turns, taking shots on goal. And honestly, you're just constantly seeing Dragonfly struggle when that happens because they're not getting the clears. But the thing is when are failure to launch actually gonna do that? Because just about every time I've seen it, they've made a goal out of it. So if they can manufacture that and do it when they want, then I would say that this game is theirs. But they've got to be able to control as Calamity gets the dunk. Unintentional.
Oh,
dunk,
and unfortunately not a strong enough shot, but even still, it's 2-1, and we've seen failure to launch lose that 3-1 lead with only 30 seconds left. So Mecha, though, coming up with a big save, but a response from Werp tying it up here. Both of these teams, oh, it was so close. I was not expecting this after the first 2 games, but these teams responding, especially coming up huge now.
Yeah,
and
absolutely. Yeah, Warp he's coming in, and he's coming in clutch when he didn't before. And Gino Cop with the shot on goal immediately, but Aries just right there. But Zany is immediately there, and there we go. We got the guys. They're just trying to play off of each other and be positioned well. But Warp is seemingly just gonna get a stroll down the field with the ball there. A little bit odd, but Mecha should have this one.
Yeah, we're gonna go on board with Mecha here. Failure to launch, trying to get out of their zone right now. Good block by Gino, but Calamity there to try to get this ball into the mid. A good pass, but Gino is there to shut that down. Werp going up, messing up now. Oh, an open opportunity for Gino, but he wasn't able to connect. But Mecha's there.
Miss. And Zany should have a shot, but completely just hits that way off to the side, almost like a clear. But it's still working. Gino's getting up for that one, trying to knock it off the top, as they've done so many times, but they're just not there to repeat performances where they just play off of each other. Gino, again, clearing it right back to the goal, but it goes back. Zane should have a really nice shot off of this.
Opportunity for a
likely
backboard
somebody
hit.
to get up. Oh, he misses it though. Mecha is still there, but a really weak hit that just gives Warp a good chance for a nice clear there.
Yeah, what he did there
right
was
back to Warp.
double popping, and when he could have just jumped and then tried to spin into it, so he didn't get much force, and now the ball is in a dangerous spot here for failure to launch, really needing to get a clear. Mecha picking up that boost, which will be very helpful, and he does force that ball over into the corner past his half.
Oh, Calamity with a great double touch rebound off of there, just kind of mixing up and confusing the team a little bit. But Zane, great clear there as well. It's just kind of going back and forth. Each team is very well positioned for the ball at the moment. Gino should get that touch. Just keeping it on Dragonfly's side, but should be just clear right back as, again, he's hitting it back and forth.
So Calamity trying to come in and get this ball out of his zone. Still a lot of pressure coming in. Zane killing Calamity there.
Just a really good job of both teams, honestly, just being well positioned for the ball. Honestly, it's hard to say who's going to be the first one to score this. With 30 seconds remaining, we just may go to a Game 5 overtime.
30
but I don't want to
seconds
give
left.
out that caster's curse because you never know. But Gino caught with the opportunity, but was just under it, so he lifts it up way too high, and Warp plays right off of that. Calamity hitting it back to Eve. Maybe not exactly what he could or should have done.
Mecha just waiting for his opportunity here. Still
dangerous ball here. If one of these teams can manage to score, it will be it. That is all they'll have left to do. But no, it is going to be overtime. And this is
Overtime,
Game 5, Grand Finals overtime. So I couldn't ask for much more. I'm pretty excited.
I mean, no.
And oh no! Oh my gosh! Gino!
Not like this.
Gino Cup scores though. Look at that. That's cheating on the face-off. You've got to do that. You've got to be prepared. Nobody back for Dragonfly. So yes, it's not the most epic climactic goal, but Gino Cop with a great shot there, cheating on that face-off. And we have our winner for the Grand Finals. Congratulations to Failure to Launch, taking out Dragonfly in a Game 5 overtime win. And they are going to get the #1 seed, moving on into the Pro League qualifier. So congratulations to Failure to Launch, Dragonfly. Second place is not bad, but the spotlight belongs to Failure to Launch today.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm shocked, honestly. they came out and they really surprised us. They were just showing us like, hey, we can take out some of the top 10 teams like Dragonfly, and albeit it was very close. It was very close. The way that Dragonfly came back was admirable and nearly came back with a reverse sweep, but unfortunately
they were so close. Yeah,
yeah.
It would have been tough
goal.
to sleep tonight as failure to launch if you would have given up that 2-goal lead. Moving into the last 30 seconds, plus being up 2-0 in the series, it would have been very tough. So Gino Kopp saving his team a lot of nightmares there by scoring that overtime goal.
Yeah, absolutely. That was unreal. There's not a whole lot I could really say about that, but it was awesome. I've had so much fun watching those guys and streaming and all of that. It's just been really a blast to cast for and just witness, because I mean, as somebody who is part of the NA Power Ranking Committee, just like I was not expecting to get something, just to see and cast these games it's been fantastic, a really great experience for me.
Yep, and it's been a great experience for us too, Dirk. Thank you for coming out and spending your time with us, casting these matches, all these new teams, like the open teams. Anyone could have signed up and play and had the opportunity to be casted. And thank you for your time, and thank everybody who came out to watch these open qualifiers. And also thank you to the teams who actually came and played today. And congratulations to Fusion Gaming and Fusion Core Blue, Voltage, Average Players, Failure to Launch, Electric Zero, Dragonfly, and Divine Entity. You guys are all moving through, and you're going to be playing the other teams that pre-qualified, and it's going to be an awesome tournament we've got next weekend. But thank you again for everybody coming out. And Dirk, is there anything that you want to say to all these folks before we close this down?
I just want to say thank you all for coming out here and watching this. I know that generally an open qualifier may not be as exciting as, like the tournament itself and those teams that have these fandoms and they're known for the amazing plays that they can pull off. But for over 1,000 of you guys to come out here and watch the open qualifiers all the way through to the end has just been awesome. It, like, for me personally, coming from Psyonix, to see the support that you guys have, just to see competitive Rocket League is awesome, and I hope that we can give you guys quite a show in 2016.
I can't wait for 2016, and I can't wait for you to tell us all these beautiful details the next time you're on here.
Yeah.
What are your plans?
I wish I could tell you. I really do. But there are big things coming, and we should see some awesome tournaments in the near future. I hope so in the near future. I can't actually make promises, though.
Well, I'm going to keep my faith that it will. But again, thank you, Dirk, for coming out. Again, thanks, everybody, and congratulations to all the teams moving on. I can't wait to see you guys play next weekend and tomorrow for EU. So this is James Bott. I am going to get out of here and go eat some dinner, and Dirk, I hope you do the same.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll hopefully see you guys all tomorrow, and I'll be really excited to be in chat and root along with the rest of you guys.
All right, everybody, have a wonderful day.